What's up everyone? In this video, I'm going to explain to you guys the 6-step strategy to succeeding in sports betting. Now, this video is going to be step by step. This is exactly what you are going to want to do if you're just starting out in sports betting, or if you already are a sports bettor and you're losing consistently. You might want to watch this video and really listen to the step by step of what it takes to be a successful sports bettor. Okay, this is definitely a guide to set you up for success. This is going to set you up step by step and show you exactly how you should have everything coordinated, so that way you put yourself on the best side to make money in sports betting. And real quick guys, before we get into it, if you do me a favor, if you do like this video, if you enjoy it, hit the thumbs up down below. Also hit the subscribe button, click that bell for the notifications as well, so that way you guys are updated as soon as we put these videos out, because when we do put the free play picks out, you do want to get notified right away on those. Comment down below if you have anything to say, any questions whatsoever. Alright, now let's get into the video. I'm going to show you guys exactly the 6 steps to being a successful sports bettor. So without further ado, let's jump over to the whiteboard. Let's get to it. Step 1. Step 1 is establish your bankroll. This is pretty basic, all right? This is why this is the number one thing. Before you start anything, you got to know what type of money you have to play with. If you got no money to play with, what are you going to do? How are you going to place bets? So you have to know exactly what your bankroll is. Once you establish your bankroll, that is the money that is set aside just to bet with, okay? So you're not taking the money out. You're not going and because you had a great weekend, taking your money out and going and buying stupid stuff at the mall, all right? You're leaving that money in there and you're gonna just keep stacking that money. That is your bankroll. Your bankroll is meant to just keep stacking up, all right? It's not meant to stack up, take out, and then it goes back down. Stack up, take out, goes back down. This is just keep stacking and stacking and stacking, all right? Because that's what we want to do. That's why it's called the bankroll, because we're not taking the money out, we're leaving it in there, and we're stacking that money until we are comfortable where you're making money consistently every single month. So, first step, establish your bankroll. Money set aside so that you know you don't have to spend it on anything else but sports betting. All right, number 2 now. Number 2, after you establish your bankroll, we're going to establish your unit size. This is the amount of money you're going to spend per bet, all right? So single bets, this is the amount of money per bet that you are making. Now, on a conservative level, that is 1 to 2% of your bankroll. So 1 to 2% of your bankroll is the conservative level, and that's not going to get you, rich quick. It's not going to be humongous gains right off the bat, but it's going to stack up and it's going to make you money consistently over time. All right, that's why it's called conservative, obviously. Now you have the aggressive approach. The aggressive approach is 3 to 5% of your bankroll. 3 to 5%. Now, you never surpass the 5% mark. Never, because there's no reason to. There's no reason to take 10% of your bankroll, put it on one bet, all right? On an aggressive side, 3 to 5% of your bankroll, this is risky, all right? That's why it's aggressive. It's because it's a risky side. So if you go on a huge winning streak, then you really stack your bankroll up pretty quick. Now, if you go on a bad streak and a cold streak, you're gonna lose a lot of your bankroll being aggressive. That just basically varies depending on what you're feeling and how you wanna look at it. If you wanna try to make the most money possible quick, you gotta go aggressive. If you just wanna make money over time and just stack it up a little bit, then you go conservative, all right? So that is number 2, establish your unit size. Once you have your bankroll and once you establish your unit size, you're pretty much ready to go. Also, I do want to address in this second step, it goes along with the first step, as conservative and aggressive, what it looks like, just to show you guys a little bit of what it looks like. Let's say you got a 5K bankroll, all right? Let's say that's your bankroll. Your unit size, 1 to 2%, will be a $50 to $100 range, all right? That is your unit size for conservative. If your bankroll is 5K, aggressive, it would be 150 to 250. That, all right, so that is an example right there of what each of your bets would be, depending on what, like the approach you want to take. If you want to take conservative or you want to take the aggressive approach, you're either $50 to $100 bettor or you're $150 to $250 bettor. That is with a $5,000 bankroll. Like a lot of people, this is where they fall in the range right here, $50 to $100 a game. If your bankroll's not $5,000, guys, you shouldn't be betting $50 to $100 a game. So that is something that you do want to look at when you are establishing your bankroll. All right, moving along, let's get to step number 3. Step number 3, after you have established your bankroll, after you have got your unit size, Now it's time to shop. We're going to shop for sports books. You have to have access to as many as sports books as possible. We advise a minimum of at least 3. Reason for this is numbers change throughout sports books constantly throughout the day. And at any given moment, there's different numbers at different sports books. All right, so you have to have access to be able to shop at the most possible you have access to, because the different numbers can really be winning or losing, honestly. Some games, a point or 2 points, that's a win and loss difference right there. So it's very important to be able to shop to figure out what the best possible line is, all right? For an example, let's say we got BetUS, FanDuel, DraftKings. You got those 3 sports books, all right? Let's say over-under on a football game is 47, all right? BetUS has 47. DraftKings has 46.5. FanDuel has 45. You're advised to take the over on that game. Let's say you only have access to BetUS. You're forced to take 47. Now let's say if you had access to FanDuel and DraftKings, you can get them at better prices. This is a classic example of this can be the deciding factor between winning and losing. You need to be able to shop. What do you guys do when you're looking for flights to go anywhere on vacation? You look for the best possible price, right? You line up all the airlines and you look exactly which one's the cheapest. That's the one I'm gonna grab. There is no difference here. This is just you're using the sports books. You're using the sports books to find the best number possible, and you're gonna snatch up that number, all right? It is very crucial, very important, all right? So number 3, make sure you guys have access to as many sports books as possible. All right, here we go. Number 4. Now, you have established your bankroll, got your unit size, hooked up all the sports books possible that you need to get to. Let's go out and let's make an Excel sheet. We're gonna make an Excel sheet to track every bet that you make. A lot of you guys are probably watching this video and are like, damn, there is some steps. I thought I just had to log in and just pick a game and then see what happens. You can, but you're gonna lose like everybody else does. All right, so this is the reason why we're making this video, to set you up. We're gonna set you up to succeed. So number 4, grab an Excel sheet. An Excel sheet tracks all your bets. You're able to put in there everything you need to, what the odds you got the bet at, what bet it was, if you won or lost, and you're tracking yourself daily on that, all right? You're just going every single day, you're tracking all your bets. That way you're able to know your win-loss ratio, your profits, your gains, your losses, whatever you need to know is being tracked. And you are doing this every single day, okay? Because if you miss out on a day, your whole sheet's screwed up. So you have to make sure you're doing this every single day. It's crucial to track your bets because that's the only way you know exactly how you're doing. For an example, this is how you can stay disciplined while using an Excel sheet. Let's say your first week, you made 10 units in your first week and you're excited. You're like, yeah, right on, I'm up 10 units. Let's say your second week wasn't too good. You're down like 3 or 4 units. Well, tracking through that Excel sheet, you'll be able to see you're actually still up like 6 units within those first 2 weeks. So your psychology, you're not gonna be like, oh my God, I've had the last couple losing days, let me start betting all my money. No, you don't need to because you're tracking it. You see you're still up money over those last 2 weeks. So you're still satisfied. You're not messing with your mind thinking just because you had a bad week, you know what, let me go put some more money on stuff. No, you're tracking your stuff religiously so that way you know exactly where you're at. That's why it is crucial to have an Excel sheet to track your betting. Moving along, step number 5. Now, you have established your bankroll. You established your unit size. You have access to all the sports books possible. You got an Excel sheet. You're set up. You're ready to go. What else do you need to do? Next thing you need to do is your own research on the games, because what are you going to do? Just guess? You're going to flip a coin? No, you're not. You got to research the games, and what that entails, go check the other YouTube video out that we got on what it entails to do and how long the process is to come up with the research to do your own bets. Make sure you guys check that out, because I have to spend another 15 minutes telling you guys what that process is. That's why we made the other video. So make sure you guys go and check that other video out if you want to know how to do your own research and what it takes and what it entails and the team that you need to be able to come up with your own bets and set yourself up to succeed. Now, you might think I'm trying to sell you here, but I'm not. Second step into that is, if you don't want to do that, you just use us. Why? Because we do all of it for you. All you got to do is log in, get your picks, put it in the Excel sheet, cash out. That's literally all you got to do. That's why people pay us, guys, because then you don't have to go through that whole entire process like we explained on our other YouTube video. All you got to do is log in, grab the picks, put them in, sit back, relax, and make some money. So, That is step number 5. The final step in succeeding in sports betting, let's go through it in review one more time. You established your bankroll, you got your unit size, you got all the sports books possible, you got your Excel sheet ready, you're either doing your research on your own or you got us doing it for you. Now, number 6, you're going to be sitting down, relaxing, plugging in your plays, and getting ready to make some money. Notice I circle relax. Reason why I circle relax is because if you are not relaxed, you're not going to make it through this. I'm just being totally honest with you. If you're stressed out constantly, you're watching a basketball game, here's a hint. Just chill out, relax. Because if you're not, you can't make it through sports betting. You're not going to make it through a whole month because you are going to have massively gray hair. You are going to be stressing out constantly. So you have to just chill. You need to relax, all right? So number 6, plug your plays in, sit back, relax, do whatever you got to do to relax. Do not get stressed out when it comes to these games because they will stress you out if you let them. Now, you have to do these 3 things when it comes to number 6. After relaxing, you have to stay disciplined. You have to stay consistent, and you have to not tilt no matter what happens, all right? Now, staying disciplined means not going outside of your unit size, not going outside your bankroll, not risking way too much money. That correlates with tilting. Tilting is the feeling of, oh man, I just lost 4 in a row. Now, guess what? I'm just gonna go ahead and put half my bankroll on my 5th bet because I just wanna get my losses back from those 4. Nope, we're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. You're staying disciplined. You're gonna eventually get out of that rut. You're eventually gonna get out on top. You gotta make it through. You've got to make it through, all right? You cannot be like, oh man, let me just put all my bankroll on one lock. Let me put it on the lock. Lock of the day, the lock of the year, the game of the year. That shit don't exist, all right? Every game is the same. There is no lock of the year, game of the week, game of the century, game of the universe. They just don't exist. All games are created equal, all right? They're all the same thing. They all got the same chances of winning or losing. Now, consistency. Betting every single day. Making sure you are consistent. Making sure you don't miss a day because you miss a day that you might have went 5-0, screws up your whole entire month. Now your whole entire month is screwed up because you missed one day. So you got to look at this kind of like a second job. You got to look at it as a priority. You have to stay consistent. You have to be able to do this every single day, all right? Because if you can't, you're not going to make it through the month, or you're going to screw up your Excel sheet. You're not going to be able to track right, and you're going to be all messed up. And you're not going to have any idea what you're doing. Make sure you stay disciplined, stay consistent, you don't tilt, all right? If you tilt, your bankroll is going to disappear. It's just that simple, guys, all right? Let's go through these one more time in review for you guys. First off, you established your bankroll. Second, you got your unit size. Third, you got sports books, as many as possible. Online sports books or whatever sports books you want to do, you have access to as many as possible. 4, you have an Excel sheet ready to go. All right, ready to go to track your progress. Number 5, you're doing either your own research or you're paying a team like us to do it for you. Number 6, you are relaxing, sitting back, watching your bets if you want, but stay relaxed while you're doing it. And you're staying disciplined, you're staying consistent, and you're not tilting and blowing all your money on stupid bets. All right? Stay through those 6 steps, guys. And listen, you are above 99% of the other sports bettors out there because most of them do not know what they're doing and they lose their money. All right? So be a part of the 1%. Get on this roll. Stay on the 6-step program. Stay and stick to it. I promise you, you're going to make money in sports betting. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that video on the 6 steps to succeed in sports betting. If you did, make sure you guys hit the like button. Also, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications once again, because you do want to get notified every time we pump out one of these value videos. Comment down below if you got any questions about the video. Also, hit the description if you guys want to check us out at Linemaker Sports. And like we mentioned in step 5, if you want us to do it for you, hit the link in the description. And that's exactly what we do. All right, so make sure you guys check that out. Once again, if you need a sports book, in the description, BetUS, solid sports book that we do recommend. Make sure you guys check that out as well. As always, guys, I'm Frank with Linemaker Sports. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, I'm out.